We mentioned in our earlier videos about strategies to help your child when stammering. We are going to talk more about one of these strategies here. Being supportive. One of the best ways that you as a parent can offer your child support is by responding to their stammer in an appropriate, positive way and demonstrating healthy attitudes towards communication. This means complete acceptance of your child's speaking abilities. We know you might not choose for your child to stammer, but if you show them that stammering is bad through frustration, fear, or annoyance, then they are more likely to develop similar negative attitudes, which in turn may increase the tension and struggle associated with their stammer and therefore impact on the severity of their fluency long term. If a child notices something and an adult does not mention this, the child will try to work out what's happening on their own and will usually come up with something much worse than the truth. When a child goes to bed at night, there's nothing under the bed except darkness, yet kids put monsters under there. Left to their own devices, children will tend to come up with something to be feared or afraid of, even in their own talking. So this could lead to the tension and struggle seen in older children and adults who stammer. If they are getting stuck but don't seem to be aware of this, then there is no need to draw their attention to it if you don't want to. However, if your child is aware of their stammer, then you should support them as you would with any other problem. In the past, parents were often advised by professionals not to draw attention to the child's stutter. The reason for this was to prevent the child feeling bad. While this is still our aim, we now know that talking about stammering in a supportive way will not make stammering worse. We need to treat stammering like any other difficulty a child might have in learning a complicated skill. For instance, if your child was learning to ride their bike and they fell off, you wouldn't turn away and ignore it, and you wouldn't tell them off or tell them to ride better. You would acknowledge what happened, reassure them by normalising it, and then refocus their attention on the task at hand by encouraging them and focusing on the positives. We can apply this to stammering too by saying something like, "Everyone gets stuck with talking sometimes, and that's okay. That's just part of learning for you, but I'm really glad you told me that." We don't need to say something every time or always use so many words, but sometimes even just a simple acknowledgement can help. By doing this, the child learns their stammer is nothing to be afraid of. So, in conclusion, model a calm, accepting response to your child's stammering. Listen to their concerns about speaking and focus on what they're saying, not how they're saying it. Talk with your child about their stammering in a matter-of-fact, supportive way so that they understand what's happening. There is no need to mention their stammering every time it happens, but when you do, acknowledge, normalise, encourage, and focus on the positives, or simply provide a supportive acknowledgement. You can find more information on the links below.